Jeffrey is a black pillar and he hates Chad. He's such an asshole. Why does he get all the girls? He's an asshole. He's such a jock and he makes fun of me. Look at his clothes. Look at his fashion. That's gay. I'm not gonna wear that stuff. I like my comfy clothes. Don't be like Jeffrey. I've always preferred to wear comfier clothes like for my entire life. I never wanted to wear jeans. I fucking hate jeans, bro. The material on that shit. I like wearing tracksuits, comfy stuff. This is why I wear a fucking bathrobe. I'm like the one YouTuber who literally wears a fucking bathrobe. Like, I don't even put this on for like the video or anything. Literally, this is just all I wear all day, every day is just a fucking bathrobe, bro. But even as an adult, when I would go outside, the only things I would really wear were like the standard weightlifting clothes, like the baggy hoodie and the baggy sweatpants, the shoes that are caked in mud from 1,000 workouts in the park. Or I'd be wearing the tightest shirt that I looked biggest in to show as much muscle as possible. So hopefully people like me. And for the past few months, I decided to change this, and I think you might be interested in the results. Adonis dresses professionally. A sharp, clean pressed, tailored suit makes Adonis look like the man. Adonis looks like a winner. He feels like a winner. Chicken dinner. Adonis's dress sense gets him more respect and admiration amongst his fellow men, and also the attraction of women. This is my experimentation of dressing more like a Chad / an influencer over the past few months. So as I said, I used to wear just the standard normal guy type of clothes, like pretty much everywhere I'd go, and the most I'd dress up would be like a pair of jeans and a t-shirt when I would go out to the club. I joined the fanciest, highest class gym in my town. It costs about 10 times as much as the normal gyms do in the UK. And inside this gym, there are truly like Chads and Stacey. Like, this is autistic as fuck, but there's truly like Chads and Stacey's. There's like Instagram models who've got like 100k, 200k followers. There's like guys who are like some attractive as fuck guys. I remember I would always see this one guy, and also like a bunch of different type of guys that we on the internet sort of autistic level, we would call them Chads. And I started to observe their fashion sense because I was going into this fancy gym still wearing my dirty weightlifting clothes. Like, I was out of place. So what does Chad wear? He always wears tighter fitting clothes. To this day, months later, I have never seen one of these Chads wear like the baggy hoodie, especially baggy pants. I've never seen them wear any kind of like baggy clothes before. They choose pieces of clothing which look the most fashionable and fit together in their outfit, instead of the clothes that they look the biggest in. And for guys who lift weights, that's generally where we all go. One of the things I realized many years ago when I used to go to clubs to try and get girls, I would get more girls when I would dress in more of a fashionable way than compared to the times when I would dress with the shirt that made my arms look the biggest. The Chads / influencers in my gym always seem to wear shorts, nice clean trainers that aren't like old or caked in mud, or like my trainers literally have holes in them and everything, and with invisible socks. And they always seem to tuck in their shirt into their pants or their shorts, and they often wear jewelry. So here's my before and after. Here are the exact outfits that I used to wear to the gym and to a lot of like places through lockdown. I used to go train with the gymnastic rings outdoors, and here is like my newest like Instagram pictures and the type of clothes that I'm wearing now. And so what are the differences I've noticed that people like me more? First and foremost, it actually made the gym more fun. It felt nice to look good and presentable instead of this idea of like wearing old clothes with this like hostile attitude. Like, I can't explain it, but you probably will be able to empathize with this. Sometimes when you're wearing like the old weightlifter clothes with the baggy hoodie, you almost have this like hostile personality where it's almost like, you know, I don't care about anyone. I don't want anyone to look at me. That side to my personality really got destroyed when I stopped like covering myself up in thick baggy clothes, and I started to wear more like revealing clothes and like tight fitting clothes and shorts and more like fashionable style t-shirts. To this day, I still notice a very clear difference in how attractive I feel, but also what I would guess is how attractive I come off to the girls in my gym. I found that the days that I go into the gym wearing my old style, you know, the baggy hoodie and everything, I seem to get no attention, no eye contact from anyone except from the big gym rats who also wear the same clothes. Whereas when I seem to wear the more fashionable influencer Chad type of clothes, I just feel so much more involved. It's like everyone seems way more friendly to me. One random thing I've found is that when I wear the nicer clothes, I don't know if this is just my brain just making it up or something, but people seem to ask me if I'm using like a certain equipment, even if there's a bit of distance away from me and the equipment. They seem to ask more just because they potentially want to just conversate more, because you come off as more presentable and maybe I'm just in a happier mood. And so all this was awesome, and I've truly felt like, you know,
oh, like, look at me, I've become the Chad. And
I kept in mind the one guy whose fashion sense I pretty much copied for this video, and yeah, it is autistic to do this. One time I'm in the changing rooms, this guy comes in, and so I just end up chatting to him. His name's Scott. He's actually like a really nice guy, and we become like friends. And on the first time I spoke to him, I told him that I liked his fashion sense. You know, he looks fashionable and he looks good and everything. And it was so interesting. He just looked at me and said, "Oh bro, I hate it. I wish I could just wear the baggier clothes." And he gave me like a random life lesson where he was like, "Oh yeah, just always wear what you're comfortable in." So it's very interesting. This is like the Chad bell curve. The total incel on the left and the total Chad on the right just don't care. They just want to wear what's comfortable. And the guys up here in self-improvement, like the little fucking try-hard autists like us, are the ones who are like, "Oh guys, Chad tucks in his shirt." But in all seriousness, a lot of our boys have asked me to do a video on like fashion, and maybe I'll do a full guide on that. But one of the key takeaways for this is that if you can afford to improve your wardrobe, just do it. The easiest way to improve your wardrobe, your fashion sense, is honestly, even though it doesn't sound like a sexy answer, it's simply just to copy the fashion sense of a guy that you want to look more like. And if you don't have the money to fully change up your wardrobe, then there's no problem. You can still go to some shops. So in the UK, there's Boohoo Man and Primark, and they do some like very, very cheap clothing that fits very nicely, and it still looks pretty fashionable. So a lot of my clothes that I've even recently got is from Boohoo Man. The clothes are literally like a few pounds each. People don't realize like how affordable it is to look nice when one, you've built up a nice physique, and two, you just buy like a certain outfit that fits together nicely. And one final piece of value, a learning lesson that I got from the book The Charisma Myth: you will seem more attractive and more charismatic and more powerful if you wear clothes that have logos on them. This is actually the exact opposite of what I thought. I thought if you wore clothes with logos, it makes you a bit of a loser because, you know, you look like a walking advertisement. The research seems to show that people will trust you more, like you more, and think you're more powerful if you wear clothes that have a logo that they recognize. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.